You guys ready? Carol Sue? Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Carol Sue, please.
Ron Miller.
Present.
Chris Armstrong. Here. Mayor Franklin.
Here. Approval of minutes, September 19th, 2012 meeting.
I'd make a motion we approve the minutes of the September 12th or 19th meeting as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Approval of claims in the amount of $281,525.57.
I'd make a motion we approve the claims in the amount of $281,525.57 as presented.
I would second that motion. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving claims, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, it passes on a vote of 3-0. Approval of licenses.
I'd make a motion we approve the license as presented for Rod Summers.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor of approving the license, the electrician's license for Rod Summers, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Old business, 411 Cliff Drive. I'm sorry, are there any changes to the agenda? None. I'm usually warned if there are. Under old business, 411 Cliff Drive, Mr. Justice, I see in the back of the room. Can you come on up? If you would, please cite your name and address for the record. And
James M. Justice Jr.,
okay, and your address?
411 Cliff Drive.
Okay, Mr. Justice, I want to apologize. There's some repairs being made to the building, so we'll try to work. We didn't think it'd be enough to interfere with what we're trying to do, so we'll work with you. Can you give us a status report on 411?
I've gotten most of the front, around the front soffit and area repaired. I had to redo all the way across the front and get around that corner so I could figure out how to rebuild the other corner that was ripped off.
Uh-huh.
So I've gotten that far, and I've gotten almost most of my mortar done, my tuck pointing. I got a little bit more to that to do, not much.
Okay. Were you ever able to resolve the power of attorney issue?
Not yet. We're still trying to get an attorney that she can afford
Uh-huh.
to get that taken care of.
Okay.
With everything going out for mortgage and this,
Uh-huh.
the little bit that we do have, everything's taken care of. Everything's gone.
Do you know of any status hearings on the estate?
No, I don't.
There's nothing that's already scheduled, or?
Nobody that we've been trying to contact and get information from, and nothing.
Okay. Do you know which attorney's been assigned to
I
represent
don't
the
know.
estate?
I have no clue on what she's doing with that.
And
I'm
when you
leaving
say
it to my
she,
sister.
when you say she, is that your sister you're
Yes.
referring to? Okay. Does your sister live there at the same
Yes.
address? Okay. And what's her name?
Cindy Bennett. She's the one paying all the bills and paying for all this right now. Because I'm unemployed and my wife's unemployed.
Is it Bennett?
Sounds right.
Okay.
It's close.
Okay. All right. Commissioner Bacon, have you had the opportunity to even pass by and do an inspection of this property at 411 Cliff Drive?
We went by there yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Took pictures there.
Right.
From what I see,
Right.
and what has been done seems to be secure.
Making progress. Okay. That's really what we're hoping for, is to make progress.
Yeah, I intended to be here on the last meeting, but somehow I didn't hear the date or something when we were here, and I missed it by a day.
We understand. Is there any discussion from the board? Okay, Mr. Justice, I appreciate you following up with us again, and we'll give you more opportunity to do even more repairs to the property. I guess the legal side of it, as far as power of attorney and who actually controls the property, is between you and your sister at this point in time. And we're glad to see progress, and we hope you continue. We will also monitor, and if progress drops off, we'll invite you back. Okay. Is there any questions? No? Okay. I don't think we need to take action on that old business. Thank you very much.
So when do I come back?
I will leave it up to the building commissioner to be in contact with you and follow up with you
All right.
and see how that goes, okay?
Right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have an estimated completion date?
I'm hoping within a month, but it just depends on how much the materials cost.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm doing this as one piece at a time and have to figure everything out.
Okay. Thank you very much. Under new business, we have a request for a charity fundraiser on October 13th. Is Mr. Westcott here? No, I think he contacted you. Were you the contact for this?
No.
You were not? I'm familiar with what he wanted to do. We have the request in writing. This would be a benefit for the family of an employee that was tragically killed in a car accident a couple weeks back. They're asking to do to close the road on Saturday, October 13th from 1 p.m. till 10 p.m. The reason for the closure is that they want to hold an outdoor charity event with a band and beer garden. It would also request that he be allowed to close a portion of the north-south alley between Cliff Drive and Colfax Street. This would ensure no motor vehicles would be able to enter the event area. He's requesting the street department place barricades at 4 points. And I would see, this is for October 13th. He's proposing to have a private security team patrolling the event area, and he will comply with all state and local statutes and all required permits through the Indiana Alcohol and Tobacco Commission. One area of concern would be the noise ordinance and making sure that if this event goes until 10 p.m., I think that is when our noise ordinance would require the noise to go away for the evening. Is there any discussion on this? Do you have any? I'm sorry, yes?
I wasn't aware of that request, but dealing with that area, there are a lot of elderly people. If 10 o'clock's a call, that's fine, but if it went anything past that,
Mm-hmm.
suggest that it be limited to 10.
We'll take this under advisement for a week.
Calls.
We find out.
Till we find out.
And then we will.
And I have to also make sure street department can comply with the request.
Good idea.
Okay. Yeah, and I apologize for that. We got our packets yesterday afternoon. It was late. I'm going to make the motion that we take this under advisement for 1 week to give the police department and the street department, Department of Public Works, opportunity to investigate and make sure that this isn't going to put too much of a strain on your departments. It's also probably going to be a good idea if you, Chief Clark, visit with Ken Westcott, the owner, and let him know exactly what's expected, show him a copy of the noise ordinance, and make sure that he's in compliance with that.
He's been cited for that. He's a very nice guy to work with. He patrols the area himself to try and keep the noise down, but it's just there's a lot of elderly people in the area, and we need to respect that.
Sure. I make the motion that we take this under advisement for 1 week and put it on next week's agenda for final determination. After you two would stop by the office, we'll get you a copy of the letter and let you check it out and report back to us.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of taking the October 13th request by Ken Westcott to do a charity event on behalf of the Nikki Savini family, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It passes on a vote of 3-0. The second request is the 2012 Elks Halloween Parade scheduled for October 29th. It's from Rick Hopper. Did you deal with this one?
No.
Okay. Logansport Board of Works and Safety. Rick Hopper the representative for the Elks Lodge number 66 is requesting to be allowed to use city streets in the downtown area for the annual Elks Halloween Parade on Monday, October 29th. The parade is in conjunction with Logan's Landing Spooktacular. The parade route would start on Broadway at 6th in front of the City Building and continue westbound on Broadway to 4th Street, at 4th turning south onto 4th Street, continuing south to Market, and then turning east onto Market Street, headed eastbound back to 6th. At 6th Street, the parade will then continue on the 6th Street northbound, where it will terminate at Broadway. We do one of these every year. It has been held at Riverside Park in the past, but I think in conjunction with Logan's Landing and trying to spur some activities downtown, they've partnered with Logan's Landing and offering it downtown. I certainly don't object to it, but we're open for discussion. We'd start at 6 p.m. I'm sorry, start forming at 6 p.m. and 6:15 the parade would begin. Traffic would return to normal by 7:30. Traffic assistance would be provided, barricades and personnel at appropriate locations.
Ted,
Yes.
you'll notice at the bottom of his request, he said, see map attached. But we never got anything but just the request. We never did get a map.
Okay.
But he does have an attachment showing barricades at what intersection?
No.
No, I'm sorry, wrong
Veterans,
one.
yeah,
Right
veterans.
church one.
Yeah, it's only, I'm familiar with the parade route, and they've done it, I think, like this for about 3 or 4 years. And downtown businesses also encourage the ghosts and goblins to come in and trick-or-treat their businesses.
I'd make a motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion? Any objections from the chief? From the Department of Public Works? Okay. Been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3-0. Cass County Veterans Organization Parade and Program for Veterans Day. Did you handle this one? Okay. The Cass County Veterans Organization is requesting, on behalf of the Veterans Council, they seek permission to use city streets on Monday, November 12th for the purposes of parade and a program in honor of Veterans Day. The event would begin on 4th Street in front of the Cass County Government Building and proceed to Broadway and stop the City Building. It will consist of members of Cass County's American Legion Post 60, 415, and 418, VFW Post 3790, and a number of local bands and groups. There'll be some help with special officers with traffic control. This again is a routine request that's considered every year by the Board of Works. I make the motion that we approve the request as presented.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes on a vote of 3-0. The annual turkey trot, Cass County Family Y. Is there anybody here to represent the Y? Don't see anybody. Okay, another request. The Cass County Family Y is requesting permission to hold its 16th annual turkey trot, 4-mile run, and 1-mile fitness walk on Thursday, November 22nd. The race begins at 8 a.m. and ends no later than 9:15. There is a map that has the course. The event attracted 475 participants in 2011. 6 years in a row. Is there any questions?
No.
I'm sorry?
Just briefly on this, I received approximately some weeks up to 10 calls on people that are painting our streets. And I mean, they're putting starting lines down. This does not include LMU or anything, but they're some way, someplace along the line, we need to address that. Let these people know that they'll go out with permanent paint, clean on our sidewalks, which I'm not going to mention any names, but I have told them verbally, and they continue to do that, and it's a big distraction.
This is September. We have 2 months really before this event takes place. I would like to also take this one under advisement and have see if we can have a representative from the Cass County Family Y attend our next meeting so that we can address those concerns at the Department of Public Works. It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion? All right, hearing none. All in favor of taking the request for closed streets for the 16th annual Turkey Trot under advisement, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, it passes on a vote of 3-0. Reports, Building Commissioner Jim Bacon. All right, Jim, how's it going?
It's going well.
Good.
Okay, we have building inspections. We had 1, permits. We had 7. Total fees collected $1,925. Construction value $214,982.
Okay.
Is that all you need?
Any questions for Jim? That's probably enough for your first week.
Okay.
But you're not going to get off that easy every week. It's
All
gonna,
right.
yeah, it's going to be a lot more difficult. But
right.
thanks, Jim.
I make a motion we approve the building commissioner's report.
Second, is there any discussion? All in favor of accepting building commissioner's report as presented, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? That's on a vote of 3-0. Code Enforcement Officer George Franklin.
You've got in front of you a copy of my report. I was on vacation most of last week, so there wasn't a lot of activity. I did, you'll note on there that I have met with 3 separate contractors at the the old General Tire site. There's been no improvement over there at all, even with the weeds that he failed to get the first time he was over there. I've received 1 bid for the cleanup of the debris there. I was shocked by it. Waiting on a bid from the other 2 that I've done an audit with over there, and I'm waiting to hear back from 1 more to set a date to do an audit with him. At the mayor's request, I have done audits with 2 separate contractors of 9 houses that we intend to hopefully take down yet this year. I've gotten bids back from them, and again, I'm waiting to hear from the same contractor to schedule an appointment to go do an audit on those houses with him. And that'll give us a total of 3 bids for the houses and a total of 4 bids for the debris.
Okay. Any questions for code enforcement?
We have Beach Street. None.
No questions? All right. I make the motion to accept the code enforcement officer's report as presented. It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, pass on a vote of 3-0. Superintendent of Public Works. Hi, Dan.
Good morning. I respectfully submit my report for the Public Works Department for the city of Logansport. If you have time, I would like for you to thumb through it. We are busy. We have completed our paving of the streets that we had targeted for 2012. Also, while we were doing that, during the year, we have a list of potholes that need to be patched, and we have completed that. And we're donating some time for the improvement of downtown, the Downtown Improvement Association, the Pocket Park. We've donated probably to date 6 hours in equipment to make it, look better for everyone.
I also want to let you know that I received a very nice email this week complimenting Bob Bernhardt at the cemetery. Again, it was on a Saturday, and Bob happened to be there checking something out. He spent an hour or so with some out-of-town guests, visitors, helping them find their family's burial sites. It was very, very nice, and again,
Thank you. We're going to address that with, we're going to do some staggering of hours next year and have that office open probably from like 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We do get a lot of requests, and on our answering machine, which is posted on the door, they have after hours or to call Bob or me. So.
Mhm. Well, it's worked out very well. Is there any questions for Superintendent of Public Works Williams?
Make a motion to accept the superintendent of works.
Been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Police Chief Clark.
I really have no formal report this week. If you have anything to discuss this week, everything's running smoothly, have no issues.
I'm shocked.
Thanks, Mike. Fire Chief Strong.
Morning. Apologize, still battling the cold. I do have a couple little things. We did get a medical director, Dr. Kevin O'Brien, signed our thing to be our medical director as of 9/21. So real happy he stepped up to the plate and got that resolved with no help from the county commissioners, I might add. But I just wanted to have that addressed so that we can start, the guys that can start performing their duties that are EMTs and paramedics. We were covered under first responders. And then on that same note, this week we had 2 of our first responders dispatched to 1830 Michigan Avenue with a baby choking. When they arrived on scene, they were first there. People come out, hand them a baby, met them, baby not breathing. They performed the back thrust and dislodged an earring that was stuck in the baby and pretty much saved that baby's life. So I just wanted to credit Jim Stotler, and Matt Harris was assisting him. So I'd like to recognize those guys and let them know they're doing a really good job down there.
Good.
We also been still painting and fixing up the fire departments. We're doing it over at the Station 4 on Main Street also. We've been painting, got a new, one of the guys took it upon himself to put a new sign up over there. It looks real nice, so appreciate everybody's hard work.
I've noticed that too. Noticed the painting as we go by. Didn't always happen that way, so congratulations to you and the rest of the department for taking that burden off of the city. I know in the past they've hired contractors to paint the stations and do different things. You have some other improvements scheduled for Station 4, station repairs?
Yeah, working on, we've got some very original windows out there in the truck room. The truck room is heated because the fire truck's full of water, of course, so planning on trying to, work some money around in the budget. Only have so much for building repairs, and even Central Station was pretty much left in just, it needs a lot of work, really does. So trying to get as much done as we can, but we're hoping to get new windows put in the truck room. I think that's going to save the money back in 1 year, to tell you the truth. So
Okay.
hoping to get that done. And the same thing, the guys are going to do that themselves. But we got several guys that kind of do that kind of stuff on their day off, and they fixed my office area around, had rotten wood on both sides. They fixed that all themselves,
Yeah.
free to the city.
I think that's the second time that those windows have been repaired because of water damage. Engineering on that part of the building was
Sure.
not very good.
It's pretty sad. And the dormers in the back, I just had to have repaired again with Reed Roofing because it's still got a leak back there. And like I said, the building's only a little over 20-some years old. But anyway, I told Reeds I'd like to try to figure out some way to slow that water down when it comes through there. I see what it does, and it comes down that copper area, and it just shoots right past the downspout. So I'm trying to work on something to displace that water a little bit.
Okay, I make a motion we accept the fire chief's report. It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, passed on a vote of 3-0. Board member comments?
None.
There are none. Visitor comments? Hearing none. Miscellaneous business, including matters not already considered? There are none. Motion to adjourn.